to improve drastically to get the manager's favour.
Madison just had a dig from distance, around 30 yards out, after taking it between the legs of Snodgrass, but straight into Fabianski's arms. Again, he's another man who's come back in from the cold. Injury, a hip injury, has caused him to miss the last 3 months of the season, and bar the concession with the penalty, not done a great deal wrong in this game. He's not had too much to do in this second half. So Gray came off and he was replaced by Harvey Barnes, a man who's had a lot more of a regular taste of football so far this season, as Fuchs looks to go for a long ball down the channel. Diop's there to sweep up though, and Fabianski will just lay it to Balbuena. Now with Declan Rice, we see one of those runs again. Now he's going to go for a diagonal, and it is a good ball to find Felipe Anderson. Again, one-on-one with James Justin, as Snodgrass comes to meet him as well. Low ball into the box. Antonio is battling and fighting to keep hold of it. He had to have a few Leicester shirts to dispossess him of the ball. Then Masuaku's cross then takes a deflection. Lifted up now into Snodgrass. Snodgrass, what can he do? Drops the shoulder, and still he goes forward, and he just overruns it again. It's been those fine margins tonight for West Ham, and with a very forlorn looking set of fans in the Olympic Stadium this evening. One or two of them already leaving, feeling that they can't get back into this contest. It's a little bit harsh, but they've underwhelmed once again.
Another goal in the match at Carrow Road. It's to 2-2 now. Harry Kane penalty, inevitable that Kane would score at some point in this one. And his 83rd minute penalties made it Norwich 2, Tottenham 2. So at the bottom of the table, Norwich will pick up, they might not get anything there, of course, because Tottenham might still find a winner. Norwich need all the points they can get, 13 points at the bottom. West Ham are going to finish today's game on 19 points, unless they can do something here in the final few minutes.
Yep, 5 minutes to go, plus added time. And Leicester defending really stoutly. They're just trying to soak up all the pressure they possibly can. Not that much pressure, if truth be told, because West Ham are not peppering their goal with shots. They're not really being incisive enough with the passing going forward. Evans forward into Albrighton, who gets the free kick. Fredericks with a clumsy foul on him on the far side, and that's Albrighton using all his experience there. He just turn around the outside of Ryan Fredericks. Mighty shove to the ground from the right back on the left winger, and Leicester get the game going, and it's with Chowdhury again running in midfield, plays it to Barnes. Can Barnes square a ball? He squares it to Chowdhury, low effort towards goal, takes a deflection, and that could have been the chance that Leicester were craving to end this game as a contest. Ball played back up by Leicester, headed away but only into Ndidi's path. Now here's Harvey Barnes, who's one-on-one with Masuaku, tries to outfox him with a few step-overs, but Masuaku with a really good challenge. Leicester trying to defend now as West Ham pile men forward. Snodgrass into Felipe Anderson. He's been met by Justin once more. Anderson turns backwards, puts a ball into the box, headed on by Evans. Morgan lets it run forward. Justin will take it now as Ajeti looks to run and collect the ball, and Ajeti's done well there. He gets the throw-in off James Justin, who fell to the ground. Anderson has got the ball in his hands. I don't think he's going to wait for the fullback to come forward and take it. No, he doesn't. Here's Antonio, now with Masuaku. It's an awful cross, but an even more awful clearance as well, as Snodgrass tries to get round the outside of Kasper Schmeichel. I don't think there was any contact between them, though.
Was he looking for a penalty? He didn't look around at the referee or indeed appeal for one, but it was a poor clearance from Ndidi. What was he doing there? Just a complete skew. And Snodgrass tried to get onto it, but Schmeichel just came out and did enough to put him off, but not give away a penalty, if you see what I mean.
Yeah, there was no contact between them as well. I don't think the appeals were that vociferous from Snodgrass's point of view.
For it, was he?
No, so I think he knew from that there was no chance it was going to be given, but West Ham just showing a few squeaks of chances to get forward, but they don't want to leave themselves too open, otherwise Leicester have got the talent to be able to come back and try and score a third goal, which really would end the game. Leicester, as it stands, still second in the Premier League table. Here's Maddison. They would go 4 points clear of Manchester City as well, who've got a difficult game tomorrow, and that's available on this service when they play Sheffield United at home. So against a side that are unbeaten on the travels so far this season. It really will be tough for Pep Guardiola, considering as well that he's got to do without Ederson for that game. Claudio Bravo will start in goal.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the fitness of one or two others in that Man City squad as well, so it could be a good time to play them for Sheffield United.
Yeah, looking particularly at the bench for the game against Wolves last night, it was weak when you consider that City's squad has been so strong in recent seasons. You could have had a back four from the players that were on the bench, so not too much in reserve in terms of attacking, as Leicester have a throw-in deep inside the West Ham half now, and Justin running over or almost walking over like one of those Olympic walkers to try and pick the ball up and take the throw in. They're in absolutely no rush now. Here is Barnes, just needs to be careful not to lose out, but he's strong on the ball. Maddison digs one out for Chowdhury. Now here is Iheanacho, who's come to this near side. Iheanacho to Maddison. Maddison gives it away, that's uncharacteristic of him, but West Ham sending men forward. Evans nearly just caught out there, and Wes Morgan with a bit of Ole football on this near side. He's done really well tonight, Wes Morgan. I thought he would struggle a bit with the pace of the game considering his age and how little he's played, but he's slotted in no problem whatsoever, and looks like the sort of player who they had during the title winning season.
Yeah, he looks like Wes Morgan, doesn't he? But with no rust on him. Maddison giving the ball away too often. That's the second time in the space of about 20 seconds where he's just gifted the ball to West Ham in midfield. Yeah,
I think they're trying to get as many players around him as possible because they know that he's going to be the man on the ball. Hamza Chowdhury's just picked up a yellow card. I don't think he'll mind at this stage as he just chopped down Felipe Anderson. Final 10 seconds of the contest. Just wait and see how much added time is going to be given. I don't think there'll be a great deal because we've not had too many stoppages. 4 minutes is probably fair enough from the fourth official. 4 minutes for West Ham to try and get an equalising goal. Anderson sends the ball into the box. I think Schmeichel would have rather have claimed that rather than watch Evans volley it clear, but it will find Iheanacho. Was he guilty of a handball there? Don't think he was, and it looked like to me that he potentially handballed that one, so he's probably got away with that there. Felipe Anderson looks on with a look of bemusement on his face right now because Leicester have got the free kick. I think they're going to wait for Schmeichel to come out and take this set piece as the Olympic Stadium, you can visibly see it from our studio pictures, is emptying. We've nearly played the first of those 4 minutes. Schmeichel's long clearance up towards Iheanacho. I think he was caught in an offside position.
4 minutes of stoppage time, so we played almost a minute of that. They're close to the finish line, aren't they, Leicester? And deservedly so. I think they're doing a bit of game management now, just keeping West Ham at arm's length. I think the addition of Ndidi in midfield has strengthened things. Chowdhury's been excellent for me, though, and if I was looking for a man of the match, Damari Gray obviously takes the eye with the fact that he scored the great goal and played a role in the opening goal as well, but I'm going to go for Hamza Chowdhury. I think he's been brilliant tonight.
Yeah, he has been excellent, Hamza Chowdhury, and a player who really played himself into the Leicester first team last season. The only reason he hasn't played more this season is just because they've been so brilliant with the side that Brendan Rodgers has momentarily, but certainly if they want someone to come in and fill in midfield, then Chowdhury could do that as West Ham throw a cross into the box. Then Snodgrass is going to volley it right-footed from the edge of the area, always snatching at it, never struck the ball with any conviction. He is a left-footed player, of course, Robert Snodgrass, and he looks on, and the chances are waning now.
Yeah, time running out for West Ham, and time running out for Manuel Pellegrini. It wouldn't surprise me if they took the decision after the New Year's Day game. There was a bit of a gap between West Ham's next league game and the one after that because the FA Cup. The FA Cup is a bit of a, for West Ham, really, it's all about staying in the Premier League, for their owners at least anyway. So they could give the new manager, if it is David Moyes or somebody else, a bit of a run-up to that game and a bit of a warm-up game in the FA Cup by getting rid of Pellegrini, I would say, after New Year's Day.
Yep, so big decisions to be made by David Sullivan and David Gold and Karen Brady and those in the West Ham hierarchy, because it simply hasn't worked out for Manuel Pellegrini. He's had so much success as a manager, particularly in the Premier League with his spell at Manchester City. He's managed Real Madrid in the past, but it's not worked out, him climbing a few rungs down the ladder to manage a mid-table side as he sits in his dugout seat. He scratches his head and he's puffs the cheeks out as well. Just looks like a beaten man, to be perfectly honest. As we see Damari Gray, pictures of him on the sideline. He looks very content with himself, and obviously with Chowdhury getting our man of the match, I think that there are contenders. The likes of Gray and O'Brighton, Iheanacho have all played well in this game. Wes Morgan, mentioned James Justin, I think has been excellent as well. Here's Barnes now with Madison, puts it